Hey Busters, welcome back to another Digimon Card Game video. So today we'll be opening up the ST or Starter Deck number 14 Advanced Deck Beelzemon. So here it is. This one is, I guess, a special starter deck. So unlike the other ones, which were usually 1,000 yen, I think maybe 1,600. This time this is actually a 3,000, basically double in price. However, it is special in the fact that this deck is completely foiled. So every card, common, uncommon, rare, super rare, are foiled. And unlike the other ones where you get 2 different types of super rares, this time you get 4 different super rares. So I think a total of 8. So this time it says right here. So you got this time it also includes special 60 card sleeves, as well as some I guess different cards for like a side deck for you to customize. So within the set you do get a pre-constructed 54 card deck, so 50 card deck, and then 4 Digitamas of Yamon. You get 60 Beelzemon sleeves, 2 memory gauges, 1 playing mat, and then 3 index cards, as well as a special 9 types special cards, 9 of them, but 10 cards, but 9 different types. So one of them is you get 2 of them. So, but yeah. So this one is actually released in Japan, I think last week here. So I think it was the first week of December. I think, I can't remember, but yeah, it was delayed. So they were, before they were doing a Madanhai, or like a magical, I guess magical set. Not magic set, I guess could be magic or demon. You can think of both. In this case, they're more saying demon, because it's basically they had an event where you could only run deck that included purple cards. Like everything had to be purple. You could have dual colored purple, but you could not run anything that did not include purple. So yeah, so they had that. So they had to reschedule it, or rather they set another one in January. So yeah. So the deck is that. So let's just move this here. So this time, this is how they do it. You got the sleeves here and the mat here. So let's just go with the mat as always. It's kind of 2 layered. So you have the play mat. So let's see. This time, ooh, it's glossier than before. But yeah, also this time, probably won't be able to show it, but for this time, the Beelzemon super rare, there is a very low chance that you could get a special alternate art, which is basically just all purple. That one, when it first came out, or at least on release day, people were trying to sell it for about $1,000, and then it dropped to about 700, or like I just say like 70,000 yen. Currently, I think it dropped to about $300. So still, if you manage to get it, it is quite desirable. So this time, the playmat is a nice Beelzemon. So it looks pretty good. So like that is one side. So the security sticks out here. So this is a mini playmat. It's not a full size, you know. On the other side is the Impmon. The art for this kind of super rare. So looks quite nice, you know. So it does look nice. Nice playmat, which is funny. Apparently, like in the English version, they're not including these playmats when you buy these sets. Not specifically not this one, but I think the Ancient Dragons and what was the other Jogress one? The what is it? Commander? No, I had it onto the one of Mastimon. So kind of weird that they're not including these, but so you get the 60 card sleeve. So as you can see, it is metallic, or rather yeah, you can kind of see it like here based on the light. The purple here on the Beelzemon is shiny, so these sleeves are glossy, like it's not a matte finish. So you get 60 of these. And moving on to the main, you get, so you got the main deck, and you got the 9 reprint cards that they're throwing to customize the deck with, is what they said, but really these are just really, I guess, popular cards, so they're reprinting. So you got the ST7, the Guilmon, the Warp Evolving Guilmon reprint. So the super rare. However, this time it's just normal foil. You got a reprint of the same Warp Evolving Vmon, which is always good. Before it was quite high. This is definitely going to be highly not sought after. But definitely Dukemon from now on is always going to be a supported card. This will always, along with Vmon, although it's ultra for Ulvor, so but still. You got the Digitama Arugomon level 2, so it's the one that gives you plus memory. A pretty good card. People love the art for Koki. For yellow, you get Tactical Retreat, so that's always nice. A foil version. Sorry, Busters, let me just focus some more to give you crisp. And then you get Tsunadizamon. Ooh, this one looks nice. It's got all the rock types. Gotsumon, Goromon, Icemon, what is it? Gotsumon X, Goromon. So this is a reprint of the promo 33, the one that gives you security attack, inherited plus attack +1, and also piercing. Pagumon from the ST6, so quite nice. Quite a people like it. I'll be using, and also get Impmon. However, this Impmon, funny enough, is a reprint of the EX2, but it's super rare foil. It's textured foil, so you get 2 of these. So this is, I think, why they said there's 9 different types, because about 10 cards, you get 2 of these, which is quite nice, really nice. And then you get a secret rare Beelzemon from BT2. So that's, ooh, like that texture. It's kind of like misty winds. Looks nice. And then combined with the background foil. So this is a really good card to help customize the deck with. It gives you Warp Evolving, so that's really nice. The fact that they're just including secret rares like this is why this is so expensive. I mean, honestly, they could, it's just cardboard to Bandai, but still. Definitely one reason why they can do that. And then a nice X-Kotai, the option card, highly sought after. Funny enough, on Medikari, I saw on release day people were selling these for about $10 each. So yeah, really good. So these are the 10 cards. Funny enough, I think out of these 10 cards, the people that want the best ones are definitely the Beelzemon and the X Antibody. So those are and I think people here in Japan, the Tsunadizamon isn't that highly sought after. It's quite easy to get still, a bit expensive, but not that hard. I think in the West, people would definitely want this one. So yeah, we have those. Let's just leave these here, and let's just angle this down a bit. And moving on to the main deck itself. So let's see if we're lucky and we can hit that big boy card. If we do, all the investments are good. So it is quite thick, and then you can kind of see it's all foiled. But so first up, we got Yamon. You get 4 of these. This Yamon is actually really good. If you're playing Beelzemon, this is the Digitama I think to go with, because actually it's going to be great for my mill deck. It's got an effect of when you attack once per turn, if this Digimon is Majin, or I guess Magician, or Mao, Demon Lord type, trash the top 2 cards of your deck upon attack. So this is great to help you mill stuff, because currently there aren't that many effects that let you mill on attack. I think only Beelzemon from EX2, and this one just really speeds things up. It's really good. Like before Pagumon, I liked Pagumon. I ran Pagumon in my mill deck, or LO deck, the library out, because upon death it mills 2, but this one on attack mills 2, which is even better. I don't have to wait. It's even better if I survive and can continue. So next you get 2 of the super rare Warp Evolving Impmons. There's a 301, which is really good too. It's basically when you attack, if you have 20 cards or more in your trash, you may evolve this and ignore evolution requirements and evolve this into a Beelzemon from your trash for a cost of 3. In other words, you can evolve this into like a 4 for 1 cheaper and just warp evolve from the trash. You don't need it in your hand, which is why this deck just mills. I can tell you already, like last week or a couple weeks already, I play people who use this deck. It's really fast and really good at just regaining memory. However, the main weakness is you will deck yourself out really quickly if you cannot finish them up. Usually you can with the Beelzemon X Kotai, like just evolving for 1 and you trash the security is more than enough to get you to finish the game. However, if they can somehow like set con or just block you out, you will lose from decking out. So, and it's got the inherited of, which is great. Let's see. On your turn, when you discard from your from the top of your deck, you may destroy one opponent level 3, which is great. Next, you get foil Candlemons 301 with the effect of on play, discard the top 2 cards of your deck. On destruction, if you have 10 or more cards in your trash, draw 1. It's not bad, but definitely in a Beelzemon deck, you're just running full Impmons. No reason to run these, but not bad for a mill deck. Next, you got Fascomon 302 with blocker, and this may not attack the player. However, it can attack opponent Digimon, just not the player, so this is basically cannot win the game for you, but it's always good to have a blocker. Ooh, so also foil. Next, you got Porcupamon. So look at that, it's like a little puppet type. It's a 4/2/4 blocker again. But this time, however, if you play for its 4 cost, trash the top 2 cards of your deck, which is for a mill deck is okay, but for my library out deck, a deck out deck, you're definitely gonna run Growlmon, so this will not quite as useful, and definitely not useful in a Beelzemon deck. So for Beelzemon deck, you 100% want to just run Wizardmons as your level 4s, the promo for memory gain when trashed, when milled, as well as the X Kotai or the X Antibody, as it gives you free blocker, which combos great with the Balmon in this deck. You get Witchmon 5/5 with the Evolve Trash 3, which is Mill 3, and inherited of giving you 2000 pump for your magic types or your Demon Lord types. It's okay, but definitely not worth really running. Balmons. This is great Balmon. This is the best Balmon. You definitely want to run this with X Antibody. It's a 7/3/7, which upon evolving, you trash 3, and then it has a second evolution effect of until the end of your opponent's next turn. Basically, this Digimon gains a deletion upon destruction effect of if you have 10 or more cards in your trash, play a Beelzemon cost-free onto the field. Basically, all Balmon is the same effect as all Balmons, except this one just requires you to have 10 or more cards in your trash, and it only lasts once per turn. However, it's great because you just use this after using evolving. You just evolve this on top of your Wizardmon X, so it basically has blocker and destruction. And even like I noticed when I played against someone last time, even if you devolve it like from Beelzemon down, you still have this effect, which is great, and it has another 2000 pump. So the pump is really great for Beelzemon. For those, and you get 2 super rare Beelzemons. So it's a 12/4/12 with the effect of upon evolving, trash 4, and then once per turn, both turns, when you mill a card, you gain +1 memory for 10 cards each. So this is basically and effectively a 3-coster almost, unless they can jam your memory game or more. And it also has another effect of once per turn on your own turn. Same thing, when you trash, when you mill from your deck, during this turn, this Digimon gets plus security attack +1. So you get 2 of those. I do like there. So this time, the way they've done it, it's got more of this, but less textured. It's more just shiny everywhere. No real texture. So it's nice bad. Like, it's not textured here, but like you can see somewhat here. There's very, very little. But it is very nice. Love that art. So yeah, so clearly it's not the purple one, so we got the normal edition. And then you get 2 super rare Bell Stars 13-3-11 with the effect of when you play this card, for every 10 cards you have in your trash, this has a play cost of -4. So in this deck, it's generally easily you get 20 cards, so -8. So this is easily a 5 cost card with the effect. It's not bad though. I kind of want to build a deck around this. It's both players' turn, once per turn. When the card is milled from your own deck, you may play one Impmon, cost-free from your trash, and give it Rush if it is your turn. Wait, no. Yes, and give it Rush, regardless of whose turn it is. And it's also got the effect of, on your opponent's turn, when your opponent attacks, mill 1, which in case will let you revive an Impmon. So a good Impmon Rush deck. But definitely not run, there's no space in Beelzemon deck, so you won't really run this. This would be in a separate deck itself. And amazingly, you get 2 blast modes. Ooh, look at that text. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think I showed off the foiling here, but you know, they always have that metallic etch style here. It's all smooth here. And then just like the other ones, you got some very few holographic designs here, 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 and here. And then for those who were wondering, these are all Digimon with guns, and you do have Sister Noor hiding there. You got Blast Mode, 14-4-14, which got a pretty good effect of, when this card is milled, destroy one opponent level 3 or lower, but increase this destruction of level by 1 for every 10 cards in your trash. So great late game. Basically, once you have a 10, it destroys a level 5, which is basically the same as the secret blast mode. Personally, I think this blast mode is better than the EX2 one. Yes, the EX2 basically gives you, like, will decimate the opponent's security when you're milled, but Beelzemon deck will mill itself so much that you don't need it, because you're going to run X antibody, which in my opinion is the better engine, the better build. Why risk hitting security when you just trash it? And this one is in my opinion is better because of its second one of the effect of that upon evolving, this becomes active, and for every 20 cards, if you have 20 cards, plus 3 memory. In other words, it's a 1 cost to evolve and untap, which is why I think it's better. Yes, the other one hits harder. You get security attack plus 1, but it's only really good for early game. Beelzemon decks, when you're milling your EX2 Beelzemons, you're reviving so many Impmons, and you're just doing so much so fast that you don't really need those huge hits. You're trashing security with X antibody instead of hitting hard, which is the safer way too, and faster too, because the other one you require Makoto and I for setup, which is annoying, whereas the other one you just build up and it will get you the results there. Next, you got the Tamer, I am Makoto. This is a new one, and you get 4 of these. It's a 3 cost with, upon play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, and from there add a Koakuma, so mini demon, demon or magician, Majin, demon lord with special trait. Add 1 card to your hand and put the remaining under your deck in any order you'd like. But really, it's the second part that's great. It's on your turn, when one of your Digimon evolves into a purple Digimon, you may rest this Tamer and replace 1 card from your hand on top of your deck. When you do so, you get plus 1 memory. Just remember that I kind of messed up before. This is basically, you do this after you pay the Evo, and then you draw for Evo, and then you tap it, because basically it checks after evolve, right? You evolve first, you draw for Evo because you got to resolve the evolution draw, and then you pay, and then after it resolved, and then now we can actually check, was it a purple Digimon? Yes. Now you can put a card on top and plus 1 memory, because if not, the card you place on top just goes back to your hand instantly, making this useless. So that's the whole point, is to help you set up a mill. And you get 4 of those. Next, you get Ken-in no Kyodan. It's a 7 cost. So this one is also decent, but I probably wouldn't run it much. I think people maybe run 1. Basically, a 7 cost of, when this is milled from your deck, put it on the field. for the delay effect. Its main effect when you play it for its 7 is destroy the one opponent Digimon with the highest level. And then its second main delay is, however, not a memory gain. In fact, it is from your trash, you may return a purple Digimon or Tamer card back to your hand. It's basically a Yamato or Mat, the Tamer effect. With the security of, same first main, destroy one opponent Digimon with the highest level. 2 of these, and that's the main deck. And the remaining ones are cards you can switch out in and out, I think. Wait, no. Actually, no, sorry. These are not the cards you switch in and out. These are still part of the main deck. Sorry. So you get Impmon, BT2 Impmon, foil version. For those wondering, in Japan, we've never gotten a reprint of this. So this is the first reprint of it. Some people might say, oh, how are you supposed to tell? In Japan, we never had this. In English, I think they might have some pre-release stamps. But at least this one, it has a 02 marker. So that's how you can differentiate it. Foil version. This one, however, is promo, same foil, exactly the same. Mill +1 memory. This one's got the 02 marker. Although I think the original one might have had a 01. I think if not, it's impossible to tell then. So almost positive if the first one was a 01. 4 of these. Foil. You get foil of Skull Satinmon, which is also good. Lets you pick back anything discarded, and it has a great effect of +1 memory upon milling, so it makes your Beelzemon Evos even cheaper. 4 of those. And 4 foil version of Death Slinger, also milling cards, +1 memory when milled, destroy opponent level 4 or under, but however increase this level threshold by 1 for every 10 cards in your trash, which is great, and it has the security of activating it, so great card. And that's it for the deck. And you, as always, you got some great memory gauges. You got the Beelzemon here, and the Impmon with a more meta pink. And finally, you got the 3 index cards, which are nice enough. Every time they change it, they even show you the correct stuff. The evolution cost, the BP power. However, this time it feels thicker than normal, so they used a bit thicker cardboard for the index card this time. And yep, that's basically it for this. So there we have it, Busters. You know, this is the advanced deck Beelzemon that costs about twice as much as the normal one. Here's, you get everything here, and might as well. Playmat. You know, overall, this deck, if you slot it in, it is, I haven't used it yet, and I don't think people, I think I've seen some, no, everyone I've seen customize it because it's quite easy to do, but on its own, this deck is a solid deck, I think. Yes, the level 4s are quite weak, but once you switch them out for just the X-Antibody Wizardmons and add some Balmon X's, it's good to go. It's a solid deck. Like, the top end level 6s are great. It synergizes well. You know, there's not even honestly that many useless filler cards because you don't have any vanillas, and all of them do have a decent effect. So honestly, they are correct when they said this deck is pretty much a pre-constructed competitive deck. Great for people who like Beelzemon, and great for people who want to just join and play because, you know, I guess sometimes when people who first start, you know, they just buy a pre-constructed starter deck and they try it, and in this game, because of how the memory gauge system works and the security, you can win. Even like pre-constructed decks, they're not terrible. Like, they are pretty solid. You know, yes, they don't have some explosive plays as a perfectly customized deck. However, they do hold their own, and they're not just obsolete right out of the gate. And this one itself is quite strong, so I definitely recommend it for people who want to maybe get some friends in the game, but without a huge budget. You know, you start with sleeves, you got a nice play style, and then even if you join locals, you should be able to enough that even if you lose, it was never a completely one-sided beating. You would have done quite well. So honestly, I think this is a solid product, and I do wish they can, I really hope they continue with this. The only thing is, it is a bit expensive, so I would like it, you know, if they just got rid of all the foiling. just made it normal, and then they reduced the price back to like 2,000. Even without the sleeves would be nice too. I do personally, I don't really care too much for the sleeves, so yeah. But being if they did a different one, something cooler, I'd definitely be on board. So I think for people who are fans of Beelzemon, this is a great thing. Fun fact, for those who are watching, in case, this deck works wonders with the like the speed is insane when you run it with the EX2 Beelzemon. Before it was about $2 each, at the lowest it was about $2 each, 200 yen here, and then currently it jumped up to 15 to 20 bucks each. So yeah, I actually just sold 3 of mine for 45 here. So yeah, but that's currently how much it is. So for those who love Beelzemon, I would say don't wait, get your copy pieces now. It's only going to jump up when people start realizing how much. And I will say, and I said it online on Reddit, and some people people are arguing, you know, which one. At least here in Japan is probably why I thought so. You know, even before it came out, because it was just from what I knew, the X antibody version was going to be the stronger one, but people said no, the secret one is a bit better. That could just be a different bias, like playstyles from east to west. But at least here in Japan, I have not seen anyone bother with X like blast mode at all. It's always been X antibody. It's just too good. And this deck space is really limited. There's just no place to run a level 7, and you really do not need to. Like this deck, when customized, not even just a normal Beelzemon deck with the new Impmons and Balmons, like you will trash like 20 within 3 turns easily. Like it's no longer a problem. Before it was kind of hard, you needed a bit more, but now with the Yamons that let you trash 2 on attack, and then just from evolving and stuff, it's super easily done. There is no more. Basically, the self mill deck style that Beelzemon plays is now, it has enough support that it will consistently mill itself to at least 20, and once you hit 20, you're gaining so much from just milled wizard mons and deathlingers that your turn just keeps going and going. It's insane how fast it is. So yeah, just wanted to get that out there. But yeah, Busters, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully it let you guys know what's in the box and whatnot. If you had any questions or comments, let me know down in the comment section below, and I will be sure to get back to you on that. And yeah, that's basically it, and hopefully see you guys again on the next Digimon card game video. As always, Buster-kun here, off to find Patricia.